Hey, Boomers, welcome back to another video. Today I watched Insidious Out of the Further and I thought it sucked absolute ass. It was so bad. It's probably the worst movie I watched this year. So you guys don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below with some suggestions. And let's get right into this movie review, man, because it was a disastrous movie. Yeah, so the movie was just absolutely a bore throughout the whole runtime. It was so boring. It was like uninteresting characters. The characters were just so generic and uninteresting. The writing for them was so bad, and the even the acting was like pretty mid, like almost like it was really mid. The story felt like I seen the story happen multiple times in other movies, or some type of really similar type of like story happened somewhere else in another movie, because wow, it was so predictable. It was like one of the most predictable movies I could ever watched. From the beginning, from the opening to the end, there was just a couple things that I didn't predict, and even the things I didn't predict were pretty stupid. So yeah, don't watch this movie. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Yeah, let's talk about the main character, Gemma. She has a daughter, and they like to parallel her life with her daughter's life a lot in the movie. Like in the opening scene, it's her like dealing with her mother, and then we see her daughter, Gemma's daughter, now dealing with her in the same way that she had to deal with her mother. Yeah, so they do a bunch of that throughout the movie, and generic stuff, man. It was obvious. It was very obvious the whole way through this movie. Yeah, so that's basically everything that has to do with her. The opening scene, again, it was not very scary. The whole movie is not very scary at all. They try to make it scary, and it doesn't work, guys. They rely on like cheap scares, cheap jump scares sometimes, and they try to build some tension, and it kind of works out sometimes, but then it just, by the end of that sequence, they really botch it. And the creatures, not the creatures, but the ghosts and the dead people, they don't look scary for a second. So all the scare sequences with these ghosts are really bad, simply because of the way these ghosts look, and it just did not work at all. Like, you know that tunnel sequence in the trailer there, it didn't look half bad in the trailer, but in the movie it's some of the worst scares, some of the worst horror shit I've ever seen in my life. It was so bad. They thought they were getting us scared in the theater, man. I was like, yo, who thinks this is scary? This is like, what is this? Little peeking off the corner, just looking at her for like super long time, and then this cheap jump scare, like whatever, man. It just does not work. Nope. Like most of the time, these ghosts, all they did was make me laugh at how bad they looked, and it was just unintentionally funny many times in the movie for many different reasons, but that was one of the reasons. The ghosts and those creatures were just not good at all, and just, they did not look good. I don't really remember the old Insidious movies. I remember being really scared of the first one. I was younger when I watched it. I watched all of them and I was younger, but I remember the third one and the fourth one being absolute whateverness. just not, like, I remember the third one being like a jump scare fest, and then the fourth one just being absolute crap and just really bad. The first one I really like. I would like to rewatch it. It would probably not. It's probably not good for me to rewatch it because it'll probably make it worse this time around. I never watched the last one they came out with. I don't think they reference it in this movie. They reference a couple of things in this movie. They reference, like, they show us a couple demons and like the bride from the first one and stuff, and they're just like hanging out there and trusting this other guy in the further that's just like leading them now for some reason to this, like, he convinced all of the demons and shit, bro, just like, come with me, we're gonna do this stuff. And I was like, why? Okay, a lot of stuff in this movie does not make any sense, and it's just like some mind-boggling stuff, man. It's not good. Like, there's also some lines in here. The writing is really bad. It's cringy, it's super cringy. I cringed so many times at the things that these people were saying. They sometimes the actors, they have to like, especially in the ending, Gemma has to like say some of the worst one-liners I've ever heard, and it was just, it was so bad. It was so funny too at the same time. Like, it was laughably horrible. She said something to the villain at the end, and it was like, so like, how do you know this is gonna happen? Like, it was just straight out of like a action movie. It was like okay, I guess she's the like freaking super powerful main character now, you know? Why she, like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. But yeah, some really awkward lines sometimes. Like, they just say some random ass awkward shit in this movie. The villains in the movie is really like these three old grannies and grandpas. There's one guy and two women, and wow, they do some, they try to do something cool with them, and they kind of do, but like, I like the concept of what they're trying to do, but they don't execute very well. They do some really, like, some things I would not believe these people could do, since they're like so old and raggedy and decrepit. I was like, how are these old people doing this? And at one point they like smile, like hugest smile of all time, and you can see that it's like CGI on their face, and it was horrible. It was like, are these real people or like some like weird ghost apparition things that only they can see or something? Like, I don't know, man. I was like, okay, that makes no sense at all, you know? Like, why are they like looking like that? And then in the ending, they're like hiding under the floorboards, and like, I don't even understand how they did it. How did they do this? I was like, how did they set this up? It really didn't make any sense at all. Like, if you watch the movie and you try to understand, it literally makes zero sense. Like, zero sense. And yeah. And then you have like the big villain that's like leading all the ghosts in the further and all that, and trying to use Gemma's powers to bring them all back to the real world. And he does some weird stuff too in this movie where it does not make any sense at all. At one point he does some shit like, I don't even understand. It doesn't even make sense, but he does it. I'll let him do it, it's fine, but it doesn't really make any sense. I don't know what to say about it. And Gemma's powers, she can like bring stuff back from the further and into the further, and I thought that's a cool power. They could do something really cool with this, really great, but they use it well enough in the movie for it to make sense later on in the movie, but it was just, I didn't really care at all, first of all, and pretty much, yeah, that I don't care. It did not do enough for me to like the movie, clearly. And her boyfriend too, at the beginning I was really annoyed by him, and by the end I was a little less annoyed because he was doing some stuff, and I did not hate him by the end, but he was another whatever character, and there's a lot of whatever characters in this movie, including the main character and her daughter. Yeah, I know. I know. This movie sucks. Don't watch it. Yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts on this movie. I would not recommend you guys go watch this. This is probably one of the worst horror movies in one of a very good horror year that we've had so far. Don't go watch this one though. This one is horrible. I did like the trailers that I saw though. Other Mommy and what's it called? The video game. Why am I forgetting this? The the Zach Gregor one. Weapons dude. Barbarian dude. That looks good. That looks good. Oh yeah, Resident Evil. I just remembered. Yeah, so you guys, hopefully you guys don't have to sit through this bull crap. So leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel, and leave some comments down below. I would love to see your thoughts on this movie if you have watched it, and if you have anything else to say down there, just say it. And follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Letterboxd for more reviews like this one. And I also forgot to say the rating, didn't I? So I put it at 1 star out of 5 on Letterboxd. It could probably be a 1.5. No, a half star, I mean. But yeah, this is probably the worst movie I watched this year. So I'll leave you guys with that. Goodbye, guys. See you guys later.